In a bustling city like New York, where the skyline pierces the clouds and the streets hum with relentless energy, lived a man named David. David was the epitome of success in many eyes, a high-powered executive at a leading financial firm, living in a penthouse and driving the latest luxury car. Yet, beneath this facade of success, lay a man perpetually racing against the clock, his life a blur of meetings, deadlines, and financial pursuits. One crisp autumn morning, as David sipped his coffee and scanned through his emails, he received a message that would change his perspective forever. It was from an old friend, Jack, who David hadn't seen in years. Jack had taken a different path. He chose a simpler life in the countryside, running a small but successful organic farm. The email was an invitation to a reunion, a chance to reconnect and reminisce about their youth. David hesitated. His schedule was packed, and taking a weekend off seemed impossible. But something in Jack's words struck a chord. He realized he hadn't taken a break in years, and the thought of spending time in the peaceful countryside was oddly appealing. Deciding to go, David found himself driving through picturesque landscapes, far removed from the concrete jungle he was accustomed to. The farm was a sight to behold, vast fields of greenery, the scent of fresh produce, and the sound of birds chirping. Jack greeted him warmly, and David immediately felt a sense of calm he hadn't experienced in years. Over the next few days, David observed Jack's life closely. Jack worked hard, but his pace was measured, and he always made time for his family and friends. He valued every moment, and his life was filled with purpose and joy. David, on the other hand, realized he had been living to work rather than working to live. One evening, as they sat on the porch watching the sunset, David confided in Jack about his constant race against time. Jack listened patiently and then shared a story. "Years ago," Jack began, "I met an old farmer who gave me a priceless gift, an hourglass. He told me to place it on my desk and watch the sand flow whenever I felt overwhelmed. Remember," he said, "time is your most valuable asset. Unlike money, you can never earn more of it. Every grain of sand represents a moment in your life. Use them wisely." David was moved by the simplicity and profoundness of the story. He realized he had been so focused on earning and accumulating wealth that he had neglected the most important aspect of life: living it. Returning to New York, David decided to make significant changes. He started by reassessing his priorities, delegating more at work, and making time for activities that truly mattered to him. He took up painting, something he had always loved but never had time for. He spent more weekends with his family and reconnected with old friends. David's professional life didn't suffer. In fact, it thrived. With a clearer mind and a balanced life, he made better decisions and led his team more effectively. He realized that true success wasn't measured by the amount of money in his bank account, but by the quality of his time and the richness of his experiences. Conclusion. David's story is a powerful reminder of the value of time and money. While money can buy comfort and convenience, it cannot buy time. Every moment we have is precious, and once gone, it can never be reclaimed. In the pursuit of financial success, let us not forget to live, to cherish each moment, and to spend our time wisely. As you go about your day, remember the hourglass. Let it remind you to value your time, to find joy in simple moments, and to create a life that you will look back on with no regrets. Because in the end, time well spent is the true measure of a life well lived.